It's not going yet.
It said 5. It's counted down.
Yes.
It didn't on my end.
It did. Yeah, you were looking down.
Hey now.
Hey
Welcome
now.
to Chin Lab. I'm Darren.
This is Greg.
And I would be Roy.
We have Roy tonight.
Hey, Roy.
Jasmine is having some medical issues with her family, and she's in the ER right now. So
Yeah, we would talk about it, but there's HIPAA violation. We don't want to hit. So
It's true.
well, no one knows who Jasmine is. So.
the HIPAA violation, it just means you can't talk about fat people, right? So you can talk about every other instance.
So what happens when you guys talk about me? I'm fat people. I got two.
Yeah, so you are covered by the HIPAA rule. For sure.
HIPAA violation.
This podcast should be called Two Skinnies and a Fat.
Oh,
we can change the name. Two
Sorry, I'm
skinnies,
taking my socks
two
off.
skinnies, a fat, and a good looker.
Yeah, that seems offensive.
Three beasts and a beauty. How's that sound?
There you go. Now you're onto something.
I think somebody might have that trademarked.
Three beasts and a beauty? Is that a porno or something?
I think it's a Disney movie.
Greg would be the one to expert that category, I feel.
So Roy was about to tell a story about a phone call.
I was about to. What I was.
Wait a second. Before you do, did you tell about what Gen Lab is? I don't remember.
Oh, on Gen Lab, sorry. On Gen Lab, we talk
Gen
about stuff, and sometimes it's generational. Back to you, Greg.
Yeah. So Roy has a story he was going to tell us.
Well, quickly, I learned something on the last episode when we had our first caller. They can't hear when I'm wearing headphones.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me feel extremely intelligent when I figured out the reason Alana kept talking and getting upset was because she couldn't hear anything you were saying. So,
well, you brought that up at the game, and
yes,
and Amy brought up a similar thing. Greg and I were trying to hear each other one day. So I called Greg. I put him on speaker. I set my phone down, and we get it worked out. I'm like, okay, now I can hear you in my headset, but I can still. You're echoing. I can hear you in the room too. Well, he was still on the phone.
Never hung up.
Had nothing to do with this, so it was pretty idiotic too.
So,
at least my blonde.
Go ahead.
At least my blonde is somewhat natural.
Craig's blonde. He's toe-headed.
Yeah, for sure. So, Roy, did you figure out what the sweat story was?
I did. I couldn't. So I called last night. Darren seemed to have had a busy day, and I felt like I was an annoyance to the Mealy residents. So I opted out from prying. But I did come up with a question that's backed with a theory that I wanted to ask.
Okay, yeah.
So, and this caused me to realize how extremely obsessive compulsive I am and how deep the OC runs. But so I was reading.
Is OC offensive coordinator?
Yeah,
Original gangster or something.
The original crump. So I was reading something that said there's a correlation to how you start washing in the shower. What do you wash first? There's a correlation to your personality traits.
Okay, I'm interested.
So it got me thinking, what do I wash first? And which caused me, like I said, to realize I have an extremely obsessive compulsive bathing routine. So the short answer for me is I wash my hair first. Always, always, always. It's hair
Me too.
First.
Always. Top to bottom.
Always.
I go top to bottom.
I don't. Well, I go top to bottom, except for the face. The moneymaker is last but not least.
Interesting.
So,
no, top to bottom. Hair, face.
So,
Talk to you about it.
Darren, I'm thinking you probably have no idea what you wash first. Maybe you have a really good idea what you wash first.
Who who says I wash?
He washes
good
Rosie
point.
first.
No. Honestly, I'm the opposite of Roy. I wash my face first.
Oh, face first.
So I have a separate washcloth for my face
That was one of my.
from the rest of my body.
Okay.
So I wash my face first, and then I kind of go neck, arms, body, legs, and then I hit the high points at the end. At the end of
So that
at
gets
the
him
end of
turned
that
on to where he
segment.
has a high point.
So the high stinky points, the 3 stinky points, and then I wash
Right.
my hair last.
Really? So your dirty hair rinses all over your clean body.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, wow.
But it goes away. It gets rinsed
So-
off.
So,
I've never thought about it like that.
yeah, I mean, I hadn't really either, but I'm always hair first. So face first says
Just because
you may love money and have trouble getting along with others. It's what it says. It's not me.
That sounds like Greg Tuttle, not me.
I should change to washing my face first.
Hair first, however.
I do have trouble getting along with others.
So, Greg, apparently you and I may be hopeless romantics, intellectual, and
Oh, yeah.
artistic.
You're not artistic.
Oh, God. They know that because of how we wash.
It's wrong. It's so wrong. I'm by far the most artistic person in this room right now.
I would agree.
with that.
I don't
I
know.
agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I am a hopeless romantic. I was called that by someone just the other day, not my wife.
I've been called hopeless the other day.
Well, see, the town I used to live in, I was constantly called hopeless, but I haven't heard that since I moved. So I'm in a more positive area code.
Maybe no one knows
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I know nobody knows.
So that got me to thinking, like, there's a lot of intricacies that to taking a shower. And you touched on, so you take 2 washcloths to the shower. Do you leave them in there and just keep them separate? Or do you bring 2 new washcloths every time you shower?
I don't know if I want to answer that
I know you don't.
because I use things
They stay in
for a
there.
minute.
Yeah.
I don't go crazy, but I'm not wasteful. Let's just say I'm not wasteful.
Okay. So,
That's why I have separate claws.
well,
Right.
and I don't think you should wash your butt crack with the, and I want to wash my face with the, with
They
the
different color?
washcloth.
Yes, they're different colors.
Oh,
They're-
okay.
It's
Okay.
a white one for my face and a colored one for
Okay.
my body.
A brown one
So-
for the other.
Well, and
So I
don't
use a
wash
new
my-
towel every bath, every shower. I
wow.
use a-
Oh,
I
that's
use a new
wasteful.
towel.
I've gone a month without changing my
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey,
towel.
new towel.
Okay.
I didn't think white people use wash rags.
Well, and that's my thing is like
What does that mean?
washcloth, bar soap, loofah. What I mean, Greg,
Okay.
do you use a loofah?
I don't. I use my hands.
Just in bar soap or liquid soap?
Hands and bar soap.
No, you need
Okay.
More than that. You
Yeah.
need more than that. You need a device. You need something
Well,
to get in there and get that skin off there. And
scrape the dead pores off your body.
yeah, you need a rag or a loofah or something. And can I tell this story? You know what? Who cares?
Oh, is it the sweat story?
I'm a gross person. You know what? That sweat story belongs to somebody else
Okay.
because
That's what I always hear from you when you're too chicken to tell the story.
it's not my story to tell. Did that come
Oh.
from my mouth? No, it came from the
Okay.
kid.
Okay. All right. I'm about to call Amy.
Well, she's at her mom's house. She just pulled into her mom's house, so
Her mom loves me.
it's not a good time. But so okay, when we did when we did this show when I was at the retreat thing, right? So I was there for a week.
Right.
And I don't bring toiletries. I don't bring wash rags.
I typically don't either.
Right? So they usually have something there. And
Especially wash rags.
It was very limited, right? So I had one wash rag and a little weird shell-shaped bar of soap. And so
You're not supposed to use those. They're decorations.
And so it was in the shower. And then they had these two little watered down versions of shampoo. So I chose to use the one wash rag. I say that fast 3 times.
Wash rag.
The one rag that I had, I used for my face. So I made the choice to use the bar of soap and my raw hand like Greg does. And I could not get the funk off of it. I washed and I still had BO. And I washed again and I smelled like BO. You know what I did? I got the watered down shampoo and shampooed my pits with my fingers, and that still didn't help. So I go get another rag like the next day or whatever. And I tell my daughter the story, and she's like, well, you got a rag. You got to have some kind of loofah. You got to have something. So literally last week, I learned that. Just try.
But you've been doing it all along.
Doing what?
Using the washcloth.
Well, not my whole life. I used to do like Greg, but I'm telling you, I could not get the funk off of me without a rag the other day. So I don't know.
It might have been that Ozark water.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. But I will tell you, I have gone from bar soap to the pump body wash stuff.
Yeah.
I use that. Okay. It just, I'm learning. I'm only in my mid 50s, and I'm just now learning how to clean.
How to bathe. So, yeah, I prefer the bar soap.
It's faster.
But I have a face. I don't know I guess it's a sponge, but it's more like a semi-abrasive. But my skin, I'm just too sensitive to be rubbing loofahs on me every day.
Isn't a loofah just a little plastic scrunchy thing, or is a loofah something else?
I think it's the scrunchy thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
it's
think
a
it's
little scrunchy thing.
I don't know.
And
I think
then
he was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I hope you're both taking the time to check the boys, because testicular cancer is real. And so I hope the boys are getting checked at least a couple times a week or once a month,
How do you check?
because I feel like that's a good time to do it.
How do you check? Well, what do you check?
You just, I don't know. My doctor, last time I went to the doctor, he told me that it's a good idea to
checking for
lumps or anything.
abnormalities, anything different.
No. Yeah.
They should feel the same all the time, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't hang out on that thing.
Well, I mean, you just got to check. I think it's a good idea because we care about you. I'll show you next time we're together.
We had a great.
Make sure I'm not there at that one.
Yes, you too.
Let me invite you to my anal arrowhead or whatever it is.
Oh, God.
I'm not checking that.
And as far as the booty goes, I've got one of those handheld.
Yeah. So
lounge.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But yeah, I don't know, man. So what do you guys wear deodorant or antiperspirant?
Deodorant.
I think it's deodorant.
Together.
Yeah, but well,
Agree.
so deodorant is one, like, or you can wear antiperspirant with deodorant, but
I use clinical strength, whatever the hell it is.
I'm a degree. Degree is what works for me.
antiperspirant, yeah.
And I'm not sure. Hey, wait, is mine deodorant or antiperspirant? My degree. Is it deodorant or antiperspirant? Oh, she said it's both.
I think it's
Yeah. You're asking the dog. So I
Much older
have
said.
thought her name was Andrea.
That's my wife. Yeah, Andrea. I
Well,
call
who
her
are you
Dre.
talking
I call her Dre. I call her Wit or Dre, or she has a lot of names.
Wit. That's what I thought. I thought it was the dog.
Wit. Yeah, no, Wit
That
is
didn't have
Andrea.
anything to do
Wit.
with
That's
Andrea.
Sooie
The last name.
Oh,
That's
okay. So I'm weirdo, but so the antiperspirant has. So when I was young, in my first accounting office role, there was a guy who came to work with me, and he didn't wear antiperspirant, and he smelled awful.
yeah.
And I mentioned one time, and I've mentioned on this show before, that I told the guy, I said, "Hey man, I ran out of antiperspirant and I had to wear a deodorant today." He goes, "Oh,
And I smelled like you.
what do you mean? What's the difference?" And I said, "Well, antiperspirant keeps you from sweating so you don't smell so bad, and deodorant just goes on and
covers it.
it's just odor. I mean, it just has, like cologne."
Smells good.
And he goes, "Oh, so you know what? That guy changed his world, right? Changed his
Really?
world. Changed mine too, right? Because
You're a difference maker.
he office with me, and I needed the difference because he smelled bad.
You're
Well,
pretty much a hero.
full circle though. Now I own, because the aluminum that's in the
Mhm.
antiperspirants, and I've become more of a naturalist over the years. Try to be natural to my body, and I use soap without fragrance and all that kind of stuff. And so I have I have 7 antiperspirants or deodorants in a drawer, and I wear one on Sunday, the next one on Monday, next one, and I wear them. I wear the same. So every Sunday I wear antiperspirant because I'm going to be at church around people, right? But I can't wear a deodorant twice, 2 days in a row, because there's irritation that happens. I don't know why. The sweat or irritation, whatever. So anyway, antiperspirant, deodorant, antiperspirant, deodorant. So it kind of goes like that.
Are they?
I like
Are
to.
they all different brands? Are they different?
Yeah, I could go get them and show you to you, but they're all different brands. I get the cheapest thing basically. Somebody asked me the other day, "Do you smell like what's that Old Spice?" I said, "I do smell Old Spice today." And the guy's like, "Wow, that's." He said, "I can't."
Circa
What
eighth
did you?
grade.
Yeah, yeah. So I have an Old Spice on Tuesday is Old Spice. So that's today. So I'm wearing Old Spice today.
So I've got 2 quick deodorant stories. In Dallas at the law firm, my boss that I worked with, my immediate boss, not the big shot boss. I don't know what he was, but he used a rock. There was some sort of natural rock that he used for antiperspirant deodorant. I don't know. It might
My
have been
kind
a
of guy.
fad. I don't know.
No,
I don't know what it was.
that's my kind of
I mean,
guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I'd use a rock.
he's real. He really is not your kind. You know what? You may like him. He ended up being an ass. But so
I would like that guy for sure.
I lost my deodorant this past weekend. I stayed at the RV, and I don't know if I left it there. I couldn't find. I lost my deodorant. So Sunday I went without. I went all natural. I did lots of things Sunday. I had no protection. It was a cool enough day. I didn't get in a bind. I hung out with our friend April. And then right after that, I went to a Walmart, a mini Walmart next to the college, just because that's where I was. And there was a dude, right? Of course, he walks right in front of me down that aisle. And I've never seen this. This guy would grab a deodorant and he'd open the lid and smell it, put it back. And get
That's what I do.
one.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
That's what I do.
really? I
Yeah.
know what I use 2 different things. I'm looking for that particular thing, and I'm out of there.
No, man, I got 7 different ones. I like to try them all.
This guy
So-
was trying them.
Yeah.
So apparently, it's a crystal rock used as a deodorant, or an aluminum stone is a rock that can be used. as
Yeah,
a
that
deodorant.
aluminum. No, aluminum's bad for you though.
He was
Yeah.
anti-aluminum. That's the first time I'd heard of it.
So it must
Yeah.
have been crystal.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
No, it doesn't work. I mean,
I was curious.
if you need protection, you got to use antiperspirant, and it's going to have aluminum in it. But I just try to limit it. If I can limit
No, I
it to
get it.
2
It's
to 3
fine.
days a week,
You're not around me. I don't care. Do what you want to do.
That's right. The girl in the office has a deodorant in her bag and her purse. She has one sitting in the bathroom. She's got one sitting on the front table. Oh yeah,
When
she's got one in the
we
drawer.
were Saturday night when we left the Arkansas Razorback, who defeated the Tennessee Volunteers football
Oh
game.
yeah, that was amazing.
You're dating the show, but go ahead.
Is that not acceptable?
It's-
Anyway, so we're walking back to the house, and I was with Alana and several of her friends, classmates, and all the girls reach in their bag and pull out. They're walking down the street putting on deodorant.
Yeah,
And I'm just
that's what
like,
they do, man.
I think you might need a new one. I mean, I'm a grown ass man, and mine deodorant lasts all day. And I wasn't stinking like I needed deodorant. I mean,
Maybe they
I
were.
don't understand.
Maybe they're wearing deodorant. Maybe they're wearing deodorant, not antiperspirant.
Maybe I should tell them.
Yeah. Well, as long as they're putting it on, reapplying, I think you can go with the deodorant. Some people do,
But
and that's
all of
what well,
And they should,
one can't be out smelling the other one.
depends on how long they've been out, because it was a cool night, but earlier it had gotten warm, and so it depends.
Yeah.
Can I repeat that?
He's got a peanut gallery tonight, like
She is. Yeah, Andrea said she does that too.
Yeah. So
what's going on? Just being
I
frank.
don't know what she's
They like to
doing.
be
She's
fresh.
getting so smelly, but I
they
mean,
like to be
maybe
fresh.
playing pickleball.
Oh, I played pickleball for the first time this week. Did I tell you?
No, I want to hear about it though.
So, there's a huge new pickleball court in our town, and it's covered, super nice. Picnic tables, super nice, packed up. The place is packed up. So Mariana asked me, excuse me, Mariana asked me if I wanted to go to play pickleball. She plays on Saturdays often. Well, I have never played. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know anything. So on the way there, I said, "Hey, I need you to tell me the rules so I can play. So I can,
Uh-huh.
at least show up." Well, I only had 2 rules violations in a day, but man, we had a good time. We got beat
It's
4 out of
fun.
5 times, but
It's your first
we first time, and she was like, "I can't believe you picked up the game." But
Did you play tennis? Were you a tennis player?
yeah, so I play tennis all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not
There's
like
no-
you're just
No, I'm not a phenom or anything. No.
yeah.
No. But we did play good. We played well together. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wasn't good. I made a lot of errors, but we ended up winning the last game because I got better as the day went on.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. I love it.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I only got in the kitchen once. Twice I was up on her serve, and the people were like, you can't be forward on."
Well, you can be forward, but if I'm playing against you and you're forward, I'm going to hit it to you because you can't let it bounce if I hit it to you.
No,
So
that's
if you want it-
that's what they were telling
I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
it's
but I
not a
hit
good
it.
idea. Yeah.
I hit it and smashed it back over the net, and they're like, you can't do that." I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's the double bounce rule.
yeah."
Man.
I found that out fairly quickly.
We lost Darren. He doesn't care. Darren does not care.
People aren't afraid to tell you either. Oh, yeah.
to tell Greg to send Riley a link to her email.
Excuse
And
me.
it just hit me. So
Excuse me.
it just hit me. You didn't
Um,
lose me at all.
I thought you zoned out. I thought you zoned out on the pickleball.
Producing on the fly.
Oh, look at you go. Multitasking.
So
More intrigued in a game as pickleball more as I'm very intrigued.
All right, then Wilson Park next weekend.
Do they
Me
have
and you.
football courts?
They do.
Really?
Freshly renovated.
There's no time on game weekends. You can
I know there's
barely
not.
get your meals, your party, your drink,
Your
get into
your
your
ribeyes.
and get into the game.
How about
it's hard
Tom
to get it all
January
done.
with the ribeyes?
Yeah, yeah. If you want to shout out a commercial for them, Phil,
You know what?
free.
If you're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and you need floors, you want to go see Tom January Flooring, and you want to get in good enough with him to where you get invited to his tailgate party because it is probably the best thing going on the hill.
How much
Yeah,
do you have to
Tom
buy to
January
get in?
Flooring.
It's a good spot. And let me just say, Tom James.
What's the buy-in to get in that?
Roy got me in, but I just allowed him to give you a free commercial, so I get in now.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Because I mean,
Him that clip.
I feel like the audience in
Well, we
Fayetteville
can send it to
has
him.
got to be ginormous.
Do you have his email address or text? Do you have his phone number? We can text it to him.
Just the NWA market is ridiculous.
We can text him the clip of that.
Okay, yeah, no, I have an email messenger for him, but I'll probably see him in a couple weeks. I'll tell him I did a commercial.
Yeah.
Yes. I did a commercial for a lawnmower repair place. And
I remember.
and sent that to them, and they lost their minds. They
Really?
They thought it was well. I told the story about the guy being out in the lake, and my truck wouldn't start, and he got a screwdriver and crossed big posts. And I was like, man, they have a lawnmower repair place and use them. And Amy said, and they loved it.
That was Triple X with Roy from Memphis.
Oh, was it that one? They all get mixed up, and I was drinking out of their cup too, I think.
Yeah,
oh, you were?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That was a good moment.
Yeah.
It's a good commercial.
It was a good commercial. I specifically like all the innuendo. That was the best part.
Huh?
Hmm?
On Roy's or mine?
Yours.
Innuendos?
Oh, that wasn't innuendo?
What are you talking
that whole time, Jasmine and I were rolling and commenting and Roy about all the.
I don't remember that.
She uses Amy needs a gas
the thing to get her going or something. I can't remember.
I thought he was dancing when he starts the lawnmower.
It was hilarious. The innuendo was fantastic. And I guess it was just. Oh yeah, it was awesome. That was the best.
I'm sure it went over our head. We're from Louisiana.
That was
yeah, I'm not sure I got it either. If it makes you feel any better, because I don't remember any innuendos.
Oh, go back and watch it. It's hilarious. Go back and watch it. It's hilarious. And Jasmine and I are rolling.
Yeah.
Because Amy needed a gas powered device.
Something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now.
Yeah, now go watch it.
I thought by mid-50s I would no longer be naive, but I guess there's still a piece of it. So.
Yeah, it was very funny. Darren, I thought that was intentional. I didn't know you weren't putting all that in. There were so many things that rolled into that.
With it.
Oh my gosh.
That's just my natural personality that innuendos just spill out
Wow.
of me, I guess.
He radiates innuendos.
I like that. I'm proud that I did that. I had no idea.
Maybe we could perhaps we could make a word for radiating innuendos, and Webster will list it.
Yes, that'd be great. And we'll see how it rolls. Yeah.
Yeah. Just an idea.
It's crazy.
I think we should go ahead, Roy.
I said that's crazy. It's a crazy idea.
It's a crazy.
I want to party with you. I don't want to party with you.
What kind of beer you like to drink, Roy?
It's kind of. I do like Modelo. I like anything that's not an IPA or a Bud Light.
Oh, good for you, man. Way to go against the IPA. Everybody.
I wish I liked IPA. I want to like IPA, but
IPA is a wide range of all kinds of beers, right?
No.
If it's hoppy, I don't like it.
It's a really
Mm.
hoppy, strong, horrible tasting
Mm.
beer. And honestly, I don't think anybody actually likes IPAs. I think those are just goofy people trying to act like they can drink a hoppy beer, but they don't really like it.
I got you.
It's like,
And I don't care for I like black coffee, so that's an untruth.
if you had coffee that had less bitterness, you would love
But sometimes you're just a knucklehead.
Sometimes you're a knucklehead.
Well,
That was not.
now that we got
that
that out of the way.
But that was not politically intended.
Oh, yeah, we'll probably get clipped for that.
Oh boy. Hey, I didn't take that other stuff out, so I'm sure we're gonna get clipped on that last one.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, you can't say anything. There's certain. I mean, we didn't say anything and we got clipped. We talked about.
Yeah, we didn't say anything. Literally, we didn't say anything.
We literally said nothing and we got clipped.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know if I want to be this honest, but I have wanting to disappear and go away forever and no one ever find me on my mind.
You know,
We may have
So-
to clip that.
I think that's Roy, you can tell us if you have gone through that phase. I don't know how old you are, Roy, but are you near
Like our
Darren's age?
55.
55. So we're all the same age. Right?
1969. June of 1969.
So many different generations all on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Triple X again.
So I don't know if you've been through that phase, but I know that I've been through that phase. I'm going through it now. Even like I told you 2 Sundays ago, I told everybody in Sunday school, we don't have Sunday school, but in group, I said, I don't really like anybody. My kids, I don't like doing stuff with my kids necessarily. So, and they were, everybody's looking at me sideways, right? And I was,
Andrea's misbehaving over here. So
in church, everybody was looking at me sideways.
she is misbehaving.
She's stripping.
Yeah. Is she mowing the
Maybe.
yard? Is she mowing the yard?
She is cleaning the kitchen.
Well, she needs to clean behind you if she's going to do that.
So, what did you tell the small group?
Yeah, I told them that that I didn't like doing stuff with my kids unless it was something I liked, and I didn't. I don't like anybody.
That's so
the
brutally
thing is,
honest.
you know what?
I respect that though.
The thing is, I had kids late, so my kids are young, right? You guys' kids are in college. That's where it should be, or more.
I'm done with college.
Yeah, and my kids are young, and I just, I'm selfish. I'm selfish, and I want to do what I want to do, and I'm at that stage of my life, and I feel like I should be retiring in the next few years, and I've got college still 10 years away, and I'm just not excited about all the dependents. Not that I don't love them. I love them.
No, I totally get it, and I'm right there with you. I have worked since I was old enough to go to work if you count paper routes and everything else, it's like 40 plus years. And yeah, there's a lot that it's just, man, I'm tired. But
I'm tired, man. That's what I say all the time. People don't get it. They don't know what you're talking about.
No. And it's not like I'm sleepy. It's just, it's
beat down.
Right. But for me, I feel like I have some reprieve because there's a lot that has been different the last few years. With living in an RV for 2 years was a reprieve. Man. It just simplified life, and I feel like extended my shelf life. My work life, and but no, it's definitely real. And I've talked to
RV extended your shelf life, really?
I feel like it was just so different that I feel like it put a new perspective on. I mean, 2 years in an RV. I didn't have to cut grass. I didn't have to fix a water heater. There was just, it was such a simple life. You have 300 square feet, so you want to go do stuff. So we walked more, we did more, we went more. Even another thing, me and Dre and I, if you want proper grammar, and the dogs. But
Louie,
even
what are their names?
Hank and
Louie.
Louie.
Sorry.
But I've talked with a lot of coworkers or friends our age, and we're not alone, man. I feel like the majority of mid-50s are feeling it. So,
well, I'll tell you where I think I am. So a year and a half ago, I finished up with my rent house stuff, right? That and real estate, and I was over it. And I moved up here. I got to where I wanted to go, but I got really bored really fast. And it was winter time. I don't know. I just kind of started going crazy. So I took that job, and it was where I met Jasmine. But it was a lot. It was high pressure. I liked it, but it was a lot. So now the paper route that I have, it's kind of boring, and I never talk to anybody. I'm by myself all day, and that's not good for this personality. And and here's the thing: when I left that first job, I was going to take like 4 months off, go see my brother in Vegas, go see my mom in Dallas, go to this and that, and just kind of recharge, and then go do something else. But I had applied to this thing. I'd forgotten about it because it takes so long to hear back from everything. And 3 hours out of town, headed back to Minden, I got the call to come in for an interview. And I never got my break. I never got my, and now I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like,
I'm glad there's more of me than just me.
well, and I feel like I'm a little bit envious of where you are and what you're getting to do right now, because I'm in my career. I've been doing what I'm doing, this job, for 25 years, almost, probably more than that, but I'd have to do the math. And you're able right now to switch it up.
I had to. I just had
to.
I was so.
And I feel you. I would love to switch it up, but you're doing it. You're living the switch up. So good on you. Good on you.
And I recommended to you to take a easier job, even if it's less money and if it had good benefits, right? That was my recommendation, but only because I would recommend it to myself.
Right.
I would be happy working as long as I didn't have to go to work every day or work hard every day. I mean, but I get the people aspect of things, because you miss that. You miss the social side.
I'd like to have more people. I'd like to. It's still. So I've met these people up here, and one of the ladies that I've gotten to know up here, she's a teacher at the university.
Masseuse.
And huh?
A masseuse. She's a masseuse.
No, she's not a masseuse.
Oh.
She loved you a long time.
I'm dreaming.
So anyway, Amy's up here. I mean, she's not right now, but she's kind of up here. And they were talking, and Amy wants to get a job at the university, and blah blah blah. And and the girl's like, "You don't want that. You want a remote job. Having a job you go to every day is like a prison." I mean, she just was like,
"Wow,
do it." But you know what? It is kind of a prison. I mean, I get up at 5 o'clock every morning.
Yeah.
I listen to the Ticket out of Dallas.
Yeah.
And that's how I know what time it is. I know when it's time for Gordon's observation deck. I got to jump in the shower. By the time I get out of the shower, the next segment's on. And then that next segment,
structure.
You know what I mean? And because the earlier I get there, the earlier I can leave, which I like that. I get there 7:30. I can leave at 3:30. Okay. That's pretty great. I really like that.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of prison-y at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
'Cause
I want a remote.
to go. I don't have to do this job. The insurance is nice, but they're changing the insurance, and it's a crappier version, and everybody is bitching about it. So now the reason I'm there isn't so great. So I don't know.
One of the things
Riley's hitting me. That's why I'm looking at.
Okay.
One of the things I've been trying to embrace with work is at first it was annoying when the new kids started showing up on conference calls and I had to interact with them. I'm like, you're my kids' age. But now I'm working real hard to embrace it. And maybe it's this y'all in this show that's taught me like to embrace it. But trying to spend some time talking to the younger guys that I deal with at work and just embracing the differences and their fresh new ideas and excitement about coming to work when I'm like, we're doing this again.
Well, and that's cool. And you know what? Jasmine had that. And everybody was young at my other job. The people I work with now are all retirees. The guy sits right by me is a 76-year-old retired fire marshal, right?
Oh, wow.
A guy, there's several guys that are retired military in there, retired police officers. So this job is like the job you take while you're pulling your pension, and then you work this job for the insurance until you get to 65 or whatever. The 76-year-old got bored, and he's a plans review guy, and it's like riding a bicycle. That's what he did.
I would hate that job.
Oh, it's so tedious. And they've talked to me about like if he left, would I want it? I was like, I'm not a tedious kind of guy. I don't like it. I'm more of a 30,000 feet up in the air view. Yeah. That's a young way they talk. That's very generational right there.
The 30,000. That 30, was
that's a young person.
It's funny that you said that because a couple of times this week I caught myself using some cliches, like old bad cliches, and I was with Kobe, my daughter's boyfriend, and I was like, "Man, do you ever use any cliches?" And he threw a couple out pretty quick. That was.
I was there. When
he
flooring tailgate thing. I was at it.
The boring tailgate. That was amazing.
Flooring tailgate.
Was the tailgate good?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. He could. They said it. We're gonna. Let's start grilling. And dude opened up a cooler, and literally it was the big cooler, like the 3-foot long big cooler, full of ribeyes and New York strips at a tailgate. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't
get you a steak. I'm like, oh, it was crazy.
And he had shot one of those big 55-gallon trash bags full of trash cans full of ice and beer, and yeah, they didn't play around.
It was legit.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a big weekend, big game, and then they beat Tennessee, so it was a big day in Fayetteville, Arkansas this past Saturday. Big day.
I watched that something. That's huge.
It was it was crazy. It was probably the loudest Arkansas game that I've ever been to. It was crazy loud.
I had a drunk girl that I think had her first beer behind me, and she screamed in my ear the whole time. It was pretty miserable. I struggled during the game. And then when she got quiet, it was worse because then I thought, well, now she's going to throw up on us. It was a tough day for me.
So how many times do they call hogs during a game?
A few. If they score, they will.
More than they need to.
Quarters, maybe. Yeah, they do it a lot.
When they recognize people from other sport. I feel like we need to petition. I feel like the length of time you say woo is twice as long as it needs to be.
I don't love that, but who am I to say? I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a say
I
in
feel like
either.
3 seconds. I feel like 3 seconds would be probably good, not 7.
It's a little too involved. I think it's an 8 beat from what I can remember at
See?
when the kids orientation. I can't remember.
It's
But
too
it's
much. Yeah. It's
Oh,
too
so they train it. They train on it at the orientation. They train it.
They teach you how to do it.
So you got to go, ooh.
Ooh.
Hey,
It's just, yeah,
Sooie.
it's a little, I feel like it's twice as long as it really needs to
but
be.
you're an interloper and so am I. And so the true hillbillies that are here, that are true hog fans, it probably takes them that long to get it out.
I'm glad you said out and not up.
Yeah. That's great. But no, that
Yes.
was a good deal. It was a good deal. But anyway,
was good.
back to what Roy was saying. He was dropping cliches. He's like, he asked the 23-year-olds, do you know cliches? They didn't know any new ones. They were dropping the same old ones that we do. You know,
Oh, really?
stitch in time is a whatever. And
Saves
A
9.
stitch in time saves 9.
yeah, it's all the old ones. They didn't have any new ones. I get where Roy was going.
Haste makes waste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing right now, though. Saturday, I felt like I was rattling some off, but
You were saving nickel, save a dime. I don't,
tripping over a
I'm
nickel,
messing them all up.
tripping over a penny to pick up.
Yeah.
Tripping over a dollar to pick up a penny?
Don't bend over to pick up $1 in a nude beach in San Francisco. I think that's Norman.
No, that's good advice.
Norman was at a nude festival in San Francisco this week. And
Oh my gosh. Oh my
okay,
gosh.
we may have to cut that too.
I don't know Norman, so it's fine with me.
He's a real life Kramer from Seinfeld.
When's he coming on the show? I'm looking forward to that.
He's a little shy. I don't know what's going on there. A little shy.
Maybe we could do maybe we could just have him on for like a short segment because I don't think he can probably manage the whole time. If we told him 10 minutes.
Here's the thing. He and his son Dylan tried to listen to when we had all the boys on, right?
Yeah.
Well, and we had Ashton, all the boys in Ashton, and it was the sound was jacked
terrible.
up, and we talked to
It was
and
terrible.
it was very, very early on, and so that's the only thing he's watched. So I don't think he is really taking it too serious. I don't think he understands how well it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it. But I'll tell you another thing. He never came to my lake house. I've had that house like 10 to 12 years, and he never made it to the lake house. And he's a boat guy. He's a lake guy. So
maybe he's too introverted.
He's not introverted at all. But there's just some things just hit him different. He just, I don't know. And this is a thing that just hitting him a little different. I don't know. But he has great stories. He would be a great, fantastic guest. Great. I mean, he bought a boat in Russellville, Arkansas, this huge boat that had 2 450 horsepower diesel engines to power it. 2. Well, it was a big, big boat. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath boat.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It was this big thing, okay? And the old man he bought it from took that out and replaced it with a 50 horsepower Honda out.
Oh my gosh.
And Norman took that boat down the Arkansas River to the Mississippi River to the Red River and then back up to Shreveport. And the things that happened to him on that trip
I can imagine.
Unbelievable. But I know it happened because he was hitting me every day.
So what he allowed the guy to take the things off, or he took the price out of the price, or what?
The boat was like that when the old man decided to sell it.
What makes somebody think that you would take out 800 horsepower and put in 50.
as an outboard. But you know what? It made it.
I feel like that's similar to using 7 different deodorants.
I don't know why the old man did it, but the old man did it. And then Norman was brave enough to take it down the Mississippi. Oh, and he hit something, knocked a hole in the bottom of it, knocked the prop off.
But then
there were these huge barges headed his way. I'm telling you, just unbelievable stuff happened.
And then who in their right mind even considers taking a 50 horsepower boat on the Mississippi River?
Not just a boat, but a yacht.
A yatchet.
50 horsepower yacht.
That thing was 38 feet, and it had
with 50 horsepower.
With a 50, yes.
I mean, that's
pictures of me on it.
Did you steer with a wheel, or did you have to like steer?
Oh, how cool!
But it was kind of jerry rigged, where the wheel had like little things, and the old man had jerry rigged it. Norman,
so you could tie them off on the sides.
50 horse. So he was steering though with a rudder, I'm guessing, and the 50 horse was just straight.
But yeah, it was all jerry rigged to the rudder.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that he had a rudder that was steering, and the motor was just stationary.
Oh.
Sometimes the motors turn, right?
Yeah.
Outboards.
No.
Maybe it was connected to the motor.
I think it turned too. I don't know the answer.
Yeah. Only reason I'm saying is I can't imagine that a 50 horse would have any impact on turning one of those if that's all the turning there.
Especially when it lost the prop. No, I think it did have something to like he hit a container or something, and it just ripped the belly out of it.
My God.
And it started going down. I mean, it was horrible.
It's horrible.
And he had no ice. He couldn't keep ice. There's no place to stop on any of the rivers, like one place maybe. It was just it was hot as hell. They slept out on the deck. Oh, this huge rainstorm started first night. So it was this horrible, horrible flooding storm. So that first night he parked it on Arkansas. I'm telling his story, but you know what? He won't come on. He parked it kind of on the edge of the
It's a good story.
The next morning, because of all the flooding, the gates, the
dams, the locks,
the locks opened up because of the flooding, and then he got stuck in the sand on a sandbar first night. And these sheriff guys are trying to pull it. I mean, there's so much that went on that trip, him and his son.
I've always thought it would be really cool to do a water trip like that. But
yeah,
now I'm second.
Well, you've got to have the
who
right.
I go with.
Think about the stories you could tell, right?
You've got to have the right. If you survive it. So him doing this had him looking at things. So there's something called the Great Loop. So there's a Facebook group that he got me to be a member of, and they go down. I think it's the Mississippi and then around Florida.
Starting where?
Well, it doesn't matter. You can start in
Minnesota.
I don't know, but look, there's a Facebook group called the Great Loop, or maybe just Google the Great Loop. And
the Great Loop.
All these hotsy hot shots with nice boats, and they have a little flag. Once you make that loop, you get this flag and you fly it. And it's
now I understand.
This little thing is drawn out the rivers and the byways.
Now I understand why you want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
You want the flag.
I do want the flag.
You want the flag.
I would never fly that flag unless I did it, because I'd be like dressing up like a police officer. It'd be stolen valor.
Or wearing a marathon shirt if you didn't run the marathon.
Yeah. Putting 26 whatever on your.
The only shirt I've worn like that is a 5K, and I have ran the 5K. I've worn the shirt.
I believe I was with you that day.
So who says I wear a marathon shirt?
I'm not saying I didn't say anyone's name. I did not say a name.
Well, what about wearing an LSU shirt?
Why would you do that?
You wouldn't, but everybody in Louisiana wears them, don't they? I mean, I see them. A lot of people. I guarantee those people don't go to LSU. There's a lot of Texas fans like that too.
Yeah, no. 90% of the fans of LSU couldn't crack a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
Dang, that was harsh.
I didn't say that. I'm trying to make up with all my LSU people.
I don't
They're very
wear any jerseys or shirts. I think my personal opinion is unless it has my name on the back, I'll wear it if it has my name on the back.
So you can't see yourself being a fan great enough for any athlete that you would wear their jersey to support their career?
Zero chance.
Well, hold on. So what if your kids go to XYZ college and they have a dad's day and you get a University of XYZ dad's day? You're not going to wear that.
No, I would wear a shirt.
No, I'm hearing he's not going to. I'm hearing he's not going to wear. He's not going to wear a Wayne. He's not going to wear a Wayne Gretzky jersey.
No, I wouldn't wear Wayne Gretzky. I wouldn't wear Dak Prescott. I wouldn't wear Patrick Mahomes. I'm not wearing anybody's shirt unless it has mine.
A couple of jerseys. So my kids did
also have 7 deodorants.
Report, I don't know what it was, but they had this board and they did a whole thing about Jackie Robinson. So I got them Jackie Robinson jerseys, right? So while I was getting them jerseys, I got all of us jerseys, and then we started going to Jackie Robinson Day at whatever ballpark we were near, right? So I have that, and I have a Fernando Valenzuela jersey.
Oh, wow.
Fernando
You went way back.
Valenzuela was huge when I was a kid in California. So he was just unbelievable. He pitched every game, every inning for how many years. He was always on the mound, striking everybody out. So I have a couple of jerseys. But
I'm fine with you having a jersey. Anybody wants to wear a jersey can wear a jersey. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with anybody that wants to.
But mine's kind of specific. It's not I love LeBron James, so I'm going to have a LeBron James jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, mine are like post-mortem.
I don't own one. I was about to get a Cam Little jersey to wear to the Arkansas football games, but he got drafted and left, so I'm not getting a Cam Little jersey.
Cam Little. I don't know if I know him.
Come on. He was the field goal kicker.
Oh, okay.
He got drafted. He got picked up by the Jacksonville Jaguars and that kicked the game-winning field goal on Sunday.
Wow. Good for him.
At age 23, he won an NFL game for the team.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah. I mean, that's not his first field goal.
No, it's their first game to win this year.
Oh, was it their first win?
Yeah, they're 1-4.
Oh, wow.
Well, they should.
That's not his fault. Yeah.
No, their quarterback is under delivering.
Who
Okay.
Lawrence, I think. What's his name? From
Clemson.
Clemson, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy with the hair. You're right.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, with there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not a huge. I mean, I love sports. I love doing sports, though. I'm not a huge watcher of sports, but I mean, I played 3 games of soccer on Sunday. I like it.
And 4 games of pickleball.
Played pickleball, 5 games of pickleball, 4-1,
Yeah.
1-4, 1-4, 1-4. Let me be clear.
That's quite the record for day one.
Have an RV on Sunday.
That's a good effort.
I started to pull in and help you, but I was going.
Did you drive by and see me out there?
I drove by. I slowed down up on 15th and was looking, but nobody was out. So it was probably 9:30. No, Amy had texted me.
All right, so hey guys, before we go, you guys want to do a word game?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome. So this is a Gen Z word game again. Kind of like that one last time. So we'll do the Gen Z word game. All right. The first word is salty. All right, so salty.
Why are you
I'll go
acting so
first.
salty?
I'll go first. I think it's when you're in a bad mood and are sarcastic or responsive to
Yeah.
everyone around you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
grumpy.
agree. But I don't feel like that's a Gen Z. We've been saying people are salty for longer than.
I
But
know what
yeah,
I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
really?
But a Gen X would say bitter or annoyed, and it refers to someone being upset or bitter about something minor. So yeah. Okay,
So-
how about lit?
that's
Lit,
lit.
lit. Okay,
It's
I'll go
great,
first.
awesome. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. I think it means literally.
No,
What do you
no.
got,
Lit
Roy?
is like if something like the game, the Arkansas Razorback game Saturday was lit.
If you're an Arkansas,
Okay.
It was amazing. It was off the chart, over the top. It was lit.
But because it actually happened? It was literally happening. Is that why?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with
Go ahead.
like it was lit. My
Right.
definition is the word.
It's like when you and I would go out and drink the Goldschlager shots to get going.
Oh my
And
gosh, that was such a
sometimes
good time.
sometimes we were in the zone, and sometimes
Yeah.
we weren't. It'd be
Yeah.
a really good night in the zone. The night was lit.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it could also they could be referring to the definition of had too much to drink, and now I'm lit.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
thing,
think that
but
would be
think
Gen
it's I
X.
think it's the one you're saying.
Gen
I
X
think, yeah.
definition is it would be exciting or awesome. It
Right.
means something is fun, exciting, or intense, often used in reference to parties or events. So Darren and Roy both get 2 points. Greg has 1 point. So since you guys tied, I will send you a complimentary bottle of deodorant.
I prefer antiperspirant. No, don't.
Okay, I'll give you a complimentary bottle of that antiperspirant.
They don't have little armpit hairs on it.
I got a box of Pop Tarts once, and it had
And-
his name on it. I'm like, "Do you want me to send this back to you? I don't know what's going on." And
I
it was
still
on
have
the
a box of
trash
Pop
can.
Tarts.
I don't know.
Well,
What
we didn't leave it on the trash can. Amazon left it on the trash can. I sent it via. We were talking about Pop Tarts, and Darren said I hadn't
Yeah.
had a Pop Tart in 35 years. I said,
like 17. But yeah.
"Oh yeah, you did say that 17. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, we're gonna wrap this.
Hey guys, enjoyed it. Yeah. Hey,
Right on. Good stuff.
yeah. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys later.
Peace, y'all.